Good morning. So right now we are working on Google Sites, and the first thing we're going to do is go up to our address bar and type in sites.google.com and hit the enter key on your keyboard, and you will get a familiar looking screen which says blank site. It's that familiar looking plus sign that we see. Please note that you will not find Google Sites in the waffle on the right hand side of the computer. It is not there. You can only get to Google Sites by typing sites.google.com. And I'm going to go ahead and click the blank site button, which will bring us to our website template. Now this template is pretty simple. There's other themes that we could choose by going in the upper right hand corner here and clicking on themes, and we can pick other themes for our website. So they look a little bit different. But the point is that you can customize your website depending on which choices you make. You don't have to pick a theme to have all of your individual choices made. All right, so I'm just choosing a plain, any one of these themes will work. I'm going to go ahead and just click the simple theme and put my page title, which will be My Backpacking Adventures. And then if I'd like to change the background of this banner, I just have to go down to the lower portion of the banner on the left hand side where it says image and click select. Once I click select, then I can choose a number of gallery images that will automatically fit into that black banner area. And I'm just going to pick this one right here by double clicking, and I chose the sort of starry background here. Then I'm going to go bring my mouse down to this white area down below and double click where I get what I call the wheel of options. Pictures at 12 o'clock. You can upload things from your computer at 3 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, you can upload items from your Google Drive. At 9 o'clock, you can embed things like social media feeds or YouTube videos. And right there in the center of the dial, you'll find your text field. So let's go ahead and start with our text box. I'm just going to single click the text box, and it immediately puts a text box in the top of my website. I can make this text box a little smaller by clicking on this blue circle right on the right hand side, and then I can make it as small as one line. You'll notice that as I drag this blue circle out, there's these lines that sort of keep us in touch with what's going on behind the scenes. In other words, I can only drag this line to, let's get it back again here. I can only drag this line within the vertical lines that I see when I'm dragging here. This will get longer. So if I typed in packing foods, and maybe I want to add another text box next to that, all I have to do is double click, get another text box, drag it in to make it a little bit smaller. Backpacking gear, and double click to get another text box and drag it in to make it a little bit smaller. And backpacking tent, and one more. We're going to do one more here. Backpacking clothing. All right, so I've got several different features here that I could add. And then in the upper right hand corner is where I would have my navigation. We'll come back to these in a moment. But I'd have my navigation in the upper right hand corner. and I'm going to create another new page. So right now this would be my home page, or the page that people would land on when they get to my web page. And if I go up to pages over in the right hand side of the computer where it says pages, I'm clicking on the pages tab, and then bring my mouse all the way down to the bottom where I see that plus button and click new page. And here I'm going to type Sierras. I'm going to have 3 pages. Sierra, Southern California, and Washington State. And click done. And these are the places that we will have the website about. So we'll do Sierras, which you'll notice that as soon as I put the word Sierras in, it shows Sierras right up at in the banner. And if I click Southern California, it'll show up in the banner as well. I don't have to use these words. I could just say Southern. I could shorten it if I'd like to. I'm noticing that the S in Southern California is not capitalized, and the way I would fix that is by going over to my pages icon, going to the 3 dots, going down to where it says properties, and now I can fix that S and make it a capital S. That looks a little better. And then Washington State, which I'm going to change to Hoh Rainforest Hike. Okay, so notice that the titles of the pages doesn't necessarily have to be the title of your banner at the top there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we are going to look at some building blocks or content blocks. Now down in the lower portion of the insert menu on the right hand side of the computer, underneath insert, you'll see the text box, images, embed, and drive. But you also have these content blocks here, and I'm going to choose a 3 picture content block right here. When I click on it, then I get 3 places to put images and then to add some text below it. I'm going to click upload from select an image, and I'm going to click Google Images. Excuse me, I'm going to click Photos. And from Drive, select an image. From Google Images, Photos. And one more. Okay, now that I've got some images there, I can go ahead and click to add some text. Up the stairs to magical, and then I could say water. So many bridges to cross. And then I could add some additional text right here below this, which I'm not going to do right now. You can see how that would work. Okay, so that was the Washington State hike. There's some pictures in here that don't necessarily belong, but we'll get back to those in a little bit. If I click on the Sierras, And down on the lower right hand side here, I can click these buttons that I have access to over on the right hand side. First is the collapsible group, which can be pretty neat and helpful. I'm going to put the collapsible group on the Sierras page and go ahead. Actually, I'm going to put it on the home page. And the first thing I will use it for is clicking on the collapsible group. And this could be for frequently asked questions or Q&As or anything that you want to save some space on your site for. So I'm going to say, what do you eat in the back country? And then I could put D. But my favorite is mashed potatoes. And then what's great about this little collapsible group is it collapses up into itself. And then when you click on it, it opens up again. This would be a good time for me to share with you the preview button. The preview button lives in the upper right hand corner, right up here, and allows you to see your website in computer view, tablet view, and on the phone view. So most people look at the websites on their phone. You want to make sure that it looks pretty good on the phone. Notice that my backpacking adventures does not all fit on one screen, so I'll have to fix that for your typical size phone. Here is my navigation in the upper left hand corner, and I can switch to other pages. I'm going to go ahead and click on the home page and show you what that little pop out looks like. What do you eat in the backcountry? And you have to scroll down and you can see the rest of that menu. And so you can see what it looks like as a preview, what it's going to look like. I'm going to click the X in the lower right hand corner and bring us back to that designer view. You can have multiple collapsible groups in one page. So the next one I might put is, what's your favorite gear? And then I can put my answer, tent, sleeping bag, and jacket. Of course, I could put more interesting things if I had more time right now. I'm going to go ahead and add one more collapsible group. What kind of tent do you have? And I'll put, I like the REI brand tents. Okay. The next thing I might want to put is under backpacking clothing. I maybe want to put a few pictures in there. So I'm going to skip over a table of contents underneath the collapsible group because it doesn't work very well. And I'm going to change out to the image carousel. So I'm going to click image carousel and add a few pictures. So I'm going to say select image. I'm going to click upload image. And the images just landed on the desktop of my computer. And so here's some clothes that I can add. I'm just holding down my shift key and selecting all the images that I would like to add to that image carousel. And then I'm clicking insert. And what you'll notice is that the pictures will pop up here, but the image will not rotate until we go back into the settings wheel and go up to the settings wheel in the upper right hand corner and click Auto Start. Auto Start must be clicked, and then click Update. And then when we go up to our preview menu and we look at our image carousel, you'll notice that the images go from one to the next, and the next image. So that's a little bit about what the image carousel does. And for the next video, we will go through some of the rest of these links here. This is just the getting started on our website development tool.